With September being National Hispanic Heritage Month and Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month, this hits close to home for me, and I think it's something that needs to be talked about more, which is why I wanted to share my personal experience on both of these topics. As I was born and raised in Southern California, being Mexican American is something where I've seen my culture evolve over time, especially as I've gotten older as well. There's been times where I'm the only Mexican person in a room, and while that can be challenging, there's also other spaces where then I don't feel as if I'm Mexican enough to be in that space. And for me, there's certain aspects of my culture that are different. For example, I often get mistaken for knowing Spanish since my last name is Gutierrez, and so it's always interesting whenever people start speaking to me in Spanish and I have to quickly remind them that I don't know Spanish because it wasn't something that I learned growing up. And usually when I mention this, people either get really offended or start lecturing me on why I should know Spanish, but again, it's something where I think everyone's background and experiences are so different in life. I also think that being a young Hispanic female in the soccer industry has allowed me to learn more about myself as well, especially when it comes to my work ethic. My dad is hands down the hardest working person that I know, and especially as a truck driver, he wakes up at very odd hours or gets very little sleep, but it's something where even his experience, he shared with me how it dates back to generations of our family members who were field workers and just always finding a way to make things work. I've learned to appreciate that aspect of where I come from, and I see how my work ethic has also impacted my education, as I'm the first in my family to graduate from a four-year university and the first to graduate with a master's degree in journalism. The fact that I'm part of a statistic of 19% of graduates being Hispanic is mind-blowing to me because as a kid I really struggled in school. In fact, my dad recently found some old papers of my homework and all of my math assignments had D's and F's on them, whereas all my writing assignments had A's or B's. And so I thought that was funny, as even from a young age I was always very creative in terms of my writing skills and just seeing where that's taken me today. Struggling academically was also very challenging because it not only impacted my position in sports, but also my opportunities in college for scholarships as well. For me, September is a twofold in both celebrating Hispanic heritage and also honoring and recognizing Suicide Prevention Month. I personally recognize September 30th, 2011 as what I like to call my anniversary of life, as that was a day where my mindset changed from wanting to end my life to then seeing it as a gift. And when I think about what it means to be Hispanic, and of course my 13-year-old self who struggled as a kid in their mental health before that was even a thing, I'm just so proud and grateful when I reflect on the growth and the milestones, as soccer has allowed me to process, celebrate, and connect with so many people. But I also know that there's still more work to do when it comes to both the conversations and actions when it comes to representation. And being an entrepreneur in my work, it's far from easy, but I hope that it's an example to other people who look like me that their dreams are possible if they put in the hard work. Being Hispanic and a survivor of suicide are literally two components of my DNA that shape me into who I am today. And so I hope that in soccer we can keep having these conversations because they really do make a difference.